see Bridges on either side of the two-man game. He makes good decisions in that action regardless of where he is.
Now here's Tatum. That shot missing. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Doug Christie. We talked about his approach in guarding Jason Tatum. He said, we want to crowd Tatum right from the jump and prevent him from getting into an early rhythm, especially from deep. Because when his three-point shot is falling, it opens up the rest of his game. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's James.
Ball is turned. Bruins ball.
Here's Ball. Outside Tatum. The three is up. Nice D from Bridges. And Cleveland has possession. Pass to Graham. Now here is James. Nice move. The ball's knocked loose.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
Back to Caruso. Right wing. Here's Ball. Here's Reed. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And Cleveland has possession. James with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. James, left side. Drummond with the screen. Fires the three. James can't get that one to fall.
Despite his struggles to heat up and get going, the lead still remains intact.
And it's James with the jam.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
Now, here is James. He's got 6. Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
Clark, over the last few seasons, LeBron's three-point shooting has been more efficient than ever.
Yeah, how about this, B.A.? Since 24, he's right around 40% from deep on 5 attempts per game. So that's really impressive. And, you know, a guy like him, his greatness, part of his greatness is how he continues to reinvent his game, making modest modifications to what he does.
Now, here is James. He has 7. Driving in. Here's Diabate. It's stolen by Kuzma. Ball outside. And Ball throws it down.
Yeah, Ball showing you some nice physicality and strength there. You got to have confidence in yourself to be able to draw fouls and play through contact like that. They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Ball. Pass to Reed. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And here's Grant from the arc. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Cleveland on top. They're up by 3. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring. simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
James with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. Out to James. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
Kuzma. Back to ball. Driving inside. Tatum from long range. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Inside. And he slams it in one-handed.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, team. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Yeah?
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you.
That's what you want to see. Reed playing big in there.
James outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Bridges outside. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Fades and shoots. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Coming onto the floor for Cleveland, Andre Drummond.
Here's ball. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. And here's Caruso. Outside Tatum. Ball outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
The superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice, soft touch inside.
Now here's ball. Pass to Caruso. Tatum from long range. They get the rebound. Ball outside. Good work defensively by James.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Cleveland working the ball around now. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Tell you what, that was a power play by Drummond there. He's made a career out of stress testing the rims.
Tatum with a screen. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
I think this is why you get Reed involved in screen and rolls. I mean, he's phenomenal at making the cut after setting the screen.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Yeah, just drawing the defense and kicking it out. Tatum creating for others.
Here's James. Doing what he does. LeBron.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Kuzma outside. Caruso outside. Driving to the basket. Pass to Tatum. There's the screen by Kuzma. Good work defensively by Drummond. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Right with the ball. And he drives in. Off target at the rim. Here's Grant. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Shamet, and it's all tied up.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Pass to Heel. And he goes in for the dunk.
Where was the defense? Can't allow Hill to get this kind of positioning to throw it down.
And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside Pachemski. Drives to the hoop. Can't connect from short range.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Ball outside. Outside Tatum. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Now Pachemski. Still without a bucket. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. With the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And here's Ball. Off with the layup. For the lead. And it's good on the layup. And Cleveland leads by 2.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Outside Pachemski. Going inside. Reed with the rebound. There's Tatum with the 3. No good.
Another miss. Not how he wanted to start the second half.
Back to Pachemski. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Kuzma. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for the Bruins. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Outside Tatum. From downtown. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle. Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit. Ball
outside to win the drought. And Ball throws it down.
Well, you can't let ball get this deep. I mean, once he's this close to the rim, that far inside, he's ready for the throwdown.
Outside Pajemski. Clock at 6. Pass to Graham. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Now Caruso lets the three fly. There's a minute 40 left to play in the third. To the middle. Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill.
The kick to Tatum. The three ball. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Tatum's got 9.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
To the inside. Stolen by Reed. Outside Tatum. Back to Kuzma. Shoots. And he hits the jumper. Now just a 1-point Cleveland lead.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Back to Pajemski. Grant the screen. Good on the shot. Give him 8 points now.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Wright. He's scoreless. On the take. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. And stolen by Bridges. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Cleveland on top. They're up by 2.
33.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Now here's Wright. Stolen by Bridges. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball.
Oh, huge slam by LeBron.
Add this game to LeBron's extensive career highlights. I mean, he's had plenty of big nights like this, but it never gets old.
Back to Ball. 6 to shoot. There's the screen by Kuzma. And it's Ball off the drive.
Hey, he's always looking to go downhill, and when he's on the attack, he's going for the dunk.
Pass to James. James down the lane. Ball with the rebound. Here he goes. And Ball throws it down.
And he's got great speed, Ball does. This guy is really good at finding ways to slither through the defense.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
Kuzma, right side. Outside Tatum. Reed sets a screen. Tatum like a freight train coming. And finished off by Tatum.
Really hard to slow Tatum down on his drives because he's relentless. I mean, he's going to finish whether somebody's in his way or not. This guy's a load offensively to deal with.
James goes in. Stolen by Ball. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Tatum. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
Here's James. Got a piece of it. Ball looks over the floor. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Down low. Here's Tatum. Deflected. And we've got a timeout called by Doug Christie, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Doug Christie was going over with his team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Bridges on the attack. And he slams it down.
He knew they needed a bucket in. He wasn't going to force things. Great poise that time from Bridges.
Tatum outside. Now Kuzma. Here we go, one-on-one. Bridges! Keeps it alive. Just in time with the putback.
And, you know, we've come to expect this from LeBron James, guys. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, he rises to the occasion.
Tatum outside. Caruso outside. Now Kuzma. Now Reed. Shot clock at 6.
You can see why they turned to Reed in that moment. He is a heater.
James with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. He launches. Cleared away by Kuzma.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Ball with it. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Outside ball. Reed sets a screen. Oh, unanswered slam.
Boy, he loves taking over in big spots. He doesn't back down, and you can see how much he relishes these moments.
James fires. Oh, the long ball, no good.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Outside Kuzma. And stolen by Barrett. The finish. And no hesitation on the jam. In transition.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
James. LeBron fires one down.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
Ball outside. Here's a pass to Tatum. Oh, he can't get the layup. Now James. And Doug Christie has called a timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. To win it, time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. He takes it in. James finds a runway and gets airborne.
You know, it's really hard for me to say if there's ever been anyone better at finishing through contact than LeBron. He's just so big and strong and fast, too.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good. Shot clock at 5. Let's loose for 3. Oh, it's off.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping. The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
Outside Tatum. James with a steal. 3-on-3. Here's Bridges. Jacks up a 3. Cleared away by Reed. And here's Ball. Outside Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Ball. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Yes! Using that window.
You know, what's so impressive to me is the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads. That's his IQ at work.
Ball outside. Tatum outside. Takes it inside. James outside. Here's Diabate. James outside. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
James never lets up. He is absolutely fearless down the stretch.
Tatum outside. For 3. Ooh, it misses. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul.
Here's James. And that's an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Talk about much in the clutch. Big trip to the line there.
And stolen by Bridges.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
NBA, I don't think they expected this one to be so hard-fought, but when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.